Hello, my IB students. Well, I don't really mind that I look tired, drained out, with dark circles because I am leading your life. And I'm helping all my students across the world to score a 7 for their mocks and for their IB exam upcoming. Well, this particular last minute course which I have launched is basically out of an ethical compulsive need. And it is especially for my students who have never taken personal classes with me throughout their IB journey in psychology. Students keep on saying that psychology seems to be very overwhelming, and I see a couple of them gobbling the potions just like parrots, and I feel really sorry for them. So this coursework is going to be a lifesaver for you. It has certain very essential last minute suggestions, tricks and tips to help you write your ERQs and SAQs with perfection. When I say tips and tricks to write your ERQ and SAQ with perfection, what I mean is the first component, what you're going to see in this course, is something which is going to apparently, maybe create a wow factor, or you'll be intrigued or overwhelmed initially. But be patient and do those fundamental concepts very, very thoughtfully. If you have any questions, if you have any queries which you need to personally clarify with me, book a session with me. But do them, because those concepts, no matter how overwhelming they seem to be, they are actually the thinking pebbles or the dots which will help you to weave through your answer with a logical coherence. Concepts like neuroplasticity, when I say long-term potentiation, when I talk about long-term depression, is dopamine a neurotransmitter or a neuromodulator? And why is that? So you would see there are certain fine-tuners which are plugged in your studies as well as in your ERQs and SAQs, so that you write with perfection, and at the same time you're very convinced that what I'm writing makes perfect sense. And if you study for the coming 4 months like that, I think nobody can stop you from getting a 7. Also, when you write your ERQs, the critical evaluation part has always been a pain point for students, I know. But let me tell you, when you do your paper 3 very well with a sound thought process, a structured format, you would find that small things talking about internal validity, generalizability, ecological validity, demand characteristics, researcher bias, all these small, very essential things, concepts, are going to be at your fingertips. And those are the concepts, actually, when you evaluate your studies or your ERQ, you would find that these concepts, what you learn in paper 3, your ERQs are actually an application of these concepts. So it's another stimulus for you. All right. So what I would suggest is, please go through each and every nitty-gritty what I'm going to weave through in this particular crash course. You would find certain videos or PDFs, but it's going to be a good learning companion for you. Yes, I do understand there are certain concepts in your syllabus which are given to you, but since you haven't studied psychology before, or probably you haven't studied it to that deepest level, you don't know the whys and hows behind those concepts. So be patient and do step by step the way I have given you in a sequential order. Try to hammer those concepts and plug in your SAQs and ERQs. So in this particular course, I have given you tips to handle paper 1 and paper 3. Not really paper 2, because paper 2 is again a very flexi option. I really don't know how many of you are taking up abnormal health, developmental, human relations. So for paper 2, you can touch base with me, and depending upon your needs, I would definitely help you out on a one-on-one session, or probably I would check the best possible way to help you out with your paper 2.